SOFIC TV. We are here with John Fay from Abacode. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, thank you for joining us on SOFIC TV. Tell me a little bit about Abacode and what you do.
So Abacode is a cybersecurity firm. We focus solely on cybersecurity. Here with SOFIC, we provide quite a bit of services to government contractors. First and foremost, assessments that have been really required and boosted up in the past few years. The NIST 800-171 requirements are requiring all government contractors to have a much heightened, stronger, bolstered cybersecurity posture. So that's where we come in to help out and provide assessments and provide tools to strengthen their cybersecurity.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about some of the misconceptions of cybersecurity.
Well, I guess the biggest one would be that the leadership in most organizations feels that they can assign cybersecurity to the IT director or the CTO. Cybersecurity is, if you look at an organization, the cybersecurity is the immune system, whereas the IT department is the nervous system. So you can't really just assume that the IT folks are going to be able to have the software, hardware, technology, training in place to be able to handle cybersecurity. It's a whole different entity, different system.
Wow. So I feel like is it true that larger businesses are affected more for cybersecurity threats than small businesses, or how does that work?
Well, I would say that small businesses feel that they're not really a huge target because they don't have a lot of data yet. So they are actually more of a target because they don't have the defenses in place that a large organization with a tremendous amount of resources would have. So look at the most recent ransomware attacks. These are organizations that have been hit that don't have tremendous resources for defending their network. A hacker knows that if they can go after an easy prey and churn a profit quickly and repeat that, it's more efficient than going after a large organization that has a tremendous amount of cybersecurity initiatives and defenses in place.
Wow, that's so interesting. And I don't feel like I know enough about cybersecurity, but tell me a little bit about what you offer to small businesses that you would be a non-negotiable for them.
Well, I would say first and foremost, we could provide a complimentary light assessment to discuss what they have in place and what they need. We also provide very thorough assessments for all sorts of industries and companies. We provide cybersecurity surveillance services. So this is where, as an organization, if you've got something to protect, let's say, money in a vault, you're going to have that the money in a safe, in a vault, with cameras, with security guards. You really want to protect it. The same goes for your network. Most organizations feel that they have a firewall in place and they have antivirus software in place, so then they're safe. That is really just your security guard at the front of the bank watching people come in and out. That's your firewall. The money in the safe that's your antivirus software, or your endpoint encryption. And I won't get too technical, but if you don't have network surveillance on your business computers, it's similar to a bank not having cameras, not having surveillance. So any bank you go into nowadays has sophisticated security. They have surveillance cameras. Translate that to your business network. If you don't have 24 hours, 7 day a week network surveillance, it's very easy for a hacker to get in, because getting through the firewall is easy. Getting into the safe, they are safe pickers. If you tell me you have a firewall, I'll tell you I have a firewall hacker. You tell me that you've got endpoint protection, I've got a hacker that's trained just in endpoint protection. So wherever there's a defense, wherever there's an offense, you're going to have a defense. And so you've got to have surveillance to be able to look at every angle of where you're getting attacked. That's really the core of what we provide is our SIM SOC services. And SIM stands for Security Information and Event Management Tool. And then the SOC is Security Operations Center. So SOC services are having eyeballs on screens, individuals in seats that are watching your network and watching the alarms, and then notifying you, helping you to prevent the breach.
Wow, that's so important, especially here at SOFIC.
Yeah, and another misconception is that companies don't need 24 hours a day, 7 day a week monitoring or surveillance. But if you look at the opponents that we have in the cybersecurity world, a lot of them are not in the United States. They're in a different time zone, and they're in the opposite time zone as us. So our folks are sleeping while they're awake, and if they want to attack without any kind of opposition at nighttime and on the weekends and on the holidays are when they're going to attack.
Absolutely.
So that's why we promote the SOC services, the SIM services, the surveillance, because they're going to try to attack when you're not there.
So John, I understand we're going to talk to Jeremy Rasmussen next. Is that correct?
Correct, yes. He's our Director of Cybersecurity and also our CTO. He has more than 25 years of experience in cybersecurity, and he founded the White Hatters group here in Tampa Bay, which is a group of ethical hackers. So he's a real-life hacker.
Oh, wow. That's so exciting. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Oh, no worries. Thank you.
I'm here with Jeremy Rasmussen from Abacode. How are you today?
Morning. Hey, great to be here.
Thank you for taking the time to be on SOFIC TV with us.
Outstanding. Glad to be here. Just very exciting to go around and see all the technology that's happening here.
It's a very exciting conference. How long have you been a part of SOFIC?
Well, I've been working with Special Operations Forces for probably my whole career. I started out in defense contracting, doing work for the Navy. I got into cryptography, so I was making little black boxes for key fill devices and so forth. So in one way or another, probably almost my whole career.
So tell me a little bit about Abacode. What do you do for Abacode?
So I'm the Chief Technology Officer and Cybersecurity Director for Abacode. So it's kind of my job to be the cybersecurity thought leader. We're trying to create a whole ecosystem of being at the forefront, bleeding edge of cybersecurity, so we can bring that excellent consulting work to our customers and make them as secure as possible. So I evaluate new technologies and solutions, and I also consult with these customers and lead the engineering consulting team to help meet our customers' needs.
What type of businesses do you work with?
So we not only work with defense, but obviously, so high security situations, banks, financial institutions, medical clinics, doctors' offices, hospitals, people that have a need for high security.
Wonderful. So how do you stay one step ahead of hackers? How does this work for Abacode?
It's a great question. We've just tried to create a whole ecosystem of continuous learning. So we have, we're continuously researching. We have our own security operations center, so we're seeing things come in every day. We're able to reverse engineer these, new types of malware and provide the best, freshest advice on how to deal with those. So we're seeing zero-day attacks. We're presenting papers at conferences and symposia. We're doing collaborative research with academia. We have a very robust internship program. We actually have a presence right on site at the local university here, University of South Florida in Tampa. So we're in their engineering research park. So we bring in student interns, we have them work in our lab, we choose the best of them to come work for us full time, and so we have a steady stream of talent that we bring in and feed this whole ecosystem. So our goal is to try to stay at the leading edge of cybersecurity knowledge and understanding.
Wow, that's super exciting. So I feel like there's been a lot of cybersecurity threats and hacking going on all over the world. Can you tell me a little bit about why that's such a hot topic right now?
Right, so Friday we just saw a huge attack. It's called the WannaCry virus. It's a ransomware attack, which means it's a new type of malware that comes in and encrypts all the files on your system and then tries to make you pay a ransom to get them back. This is a huge issue, especially for hospitals, because they have scheduling issues where they're trying to get operations done, and so it could be a matter of life and death. Wow. As you can imagine, in the military, where we're dealing with threats every day, national defense issues, this is a huge area there. So what we figured out is, you're not going to be able to prevent every type of zero-day attack, but if you can do continuous monitoring, have visibility into what's going on in your network, and be able to respond in real time and contain the threat, that's probably the best we can hope for. I know that's a bad news for everybody, but that's the new normal. Continuous, evolving threats, hard to prevent, but you have to be vigilant and try to respond as quickly as possible and have an effective incident response plan.
No kidding. Well, thank you so much for being part of SOFIC. We are very lucky to have you here. So I'm excited to hear what you have coming up next year.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.